everyone, and welcome back to what is very likely going to be the finale and finally the raid, the Reborn Monastery, the City of Lost Angels, which gets us Alma's theme and staff credits. Also, there's going to be a credits roll potentially. Maybe? Genomus is crestfallen at the thought he might never see his son again. See if there's aught you can do to put his mind at ease. We need to do something, but what recourse is left to us? The only means we had of protecting ourselves could not even prevent my son from... I'm sorry, Genomus. My design was flawed. Not necessarily, Charlian. We all saw how it succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the Otius. The loss of the boy is not yours to bear. Our focus here should be not on our failures, but what we have learned from them. The being beyond the rift, it spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as the blood of its invokers. Could it be that your ancestors are responsible for Ultima's summoning? Most certainly not. I've discovered no such inference anywhere in the Jurai papers. Besides, tales of the High Seraph existed far before even the earliest of Ivalician legends. Then who exactly did summon Ultima? And why does she think them your kin? Look! Oh, I have a bad feeling about this about... Ramza? Dead? You lie about as well as you carry yourself in battle, Oran. I did not say he was dead, my Lord Delita. Merely that he had abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the Auracite. But why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Ivalice. There is naught to be had from further sacrifice. The kingdom is won, and this victory is as much his as it is mine. He risked his life and limb to shield me from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I would not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and colleague to him to see him saved. Knights, to me! We ride for Reborn! My lord, wait! Ajora Gladipus, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Heidelin for the promise of coin and power, summoning forth a terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. It was believed only one of the land's chosen, only a warrior of light may stand against this threat. Yet, while victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, then what chance do you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I should do nothing then? No, my lord. Ramza is... No, my lord. Ramza is... My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the ether was that his name be struck from the annals of history. Alma, you're unhurt, but I was led to believe none but Oran returned from Orban. What is this you speak of your brother's wishes? When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Seraph, we chose the only path left to us, to do what Heidelin herself did countless centuries past, imprison Ultima. Wait, what Heidelin did? And as you are aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates. Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure that the Angel of Blood would never again walk the land, and he believed that if people knew of this sacrifice, it would only inspire them to seek out the Holy Stones and repeat the mistakes of those come before. If you truly avouch yourself his friend, then you will honor this, his final plea. No! Ramza should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. Only he might be my knight gallant. He is gone, my lord. Before Ramza was your friend, before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for Heidelin, and for those who would one day too heed the crystal's call. Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Ivalice and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Wait, Ramza! Don't leave me! Please, I beg of you! You will make a fine and just king, Delita. See you do not stray from that path. Ramza! The stones in these two necklaces. You are certain they will guide the heroes to a new era? Of a new era to Ramza? 'Twas what Ramza wished, my lord. 'Twas what Ramza wished, my lord. Oran, I do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? 'Tis but a matter of time before the Cardinal and his temple knights grow wise to my past. I would not have my presence here implicate you as well. Ramza beseeched me strike his name from history, but like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought of future generations blind to the truth. As such, I penned this chronicle of the hero's journeys. I fear the world, however, is not yet ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor would the church ever allow its circulation. In fact, I believe they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away in their library. And what better way for our words to remain forever preserved than in one of the most highly guarded vaults in all the realm? Then, one day, when the church has fallen out of favour, the chronicle will be discovered and the truth shall prevail. I must admit your plan is intriguing, Oran. But once the church learns it was you who penned the chronicle, your life... Alexander! 'Twas the echo, wasn't it? A lot of exposition's gonna have to come out of that arm waving. The removal of Ramza's name from the history books, the Jurai papers, the pendants, it was all set in motion by Iran himself. And if the Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it also appears we now know that the High Seraph meant by... what the High Seraph meant by blood of my invoker. She was not speaking of ancestors in the sense of actual kin, but the line of those chosen by Hydaelyn to serve her as warriors of light. But then why abduct Ramza, or even Alma, unless there's something you haven't been telling us? She was using us to lure Alexander. It is his vessel the High Seraph desires. Matron's teats! Alma, how long have you been away? I've been a fool. I told our leader that it did not matter if our request for aid was refused, for I had an alternative. General? It is all right, Wagi. My intention was to claim one of these Orosite in the name of the Resistance and use its power to lay waste to the Garlean occupants. Only now do I realize how flawed my ambitions were. You mean the whole time you were playing us for a fool? What? Why didn't we see it earlier? Never trust a woman with ears longer than mine, I always say. You have every right to be angry, and I apologize for misleading you. But believe me, I no longer have any desire to deceive you and yours. I shall see you to the Orban Monastery, and ask naught in return but that you let me join you in your rescue of Ramza. Do not misunderstand me. I do not do this for any one of you. I do it for my people, both Golmor and Rabanastre, people who may die if the High Seraph is allowed to return to power. The only problem is, technically, in going to rescue Ramza, we're doing exactly what the High Seraph wants. If it wants me, then I'm literally... Oh, wow. Just straight in. I'm literally handing myself on a platter. It pains me as a father that I am powerless to save my own son. Alexander, I have asked much of you these past moons, but naught is more important than what I ask you now. Please, find Ramza. It was never my intention to deceive you. Alright, it was not until it was. But you must understand that I was only thinking of my people. I have not once held you as an enemy, only as an obstacle. And now that I know this to be false, I hope we can work together to save the land from the terrible evil that draws ever nearer. I will not see if the same fate befell Begarman before young Alma. We must do something, and quick. Again, you said Alma. Pretty sure you meant Ramza. If your vision is true, then not even the Zodiac Braves, warriors of light themselves, could defeat the High Seraph. Are you certain we should not just allow Ramza's seal to endure? No, that would mean abandoning Ramza. But what options are left to us? It's very confusing having characters with the exact same names, isn't it? This is all my fault. I was convinced it was Ramza and my father who were bedeviled by the Orosite, when in fact it was me all along. You are wrong, Alma. The Orosite held no power over you. It never did. Your concern for your family was justified, for they allowed their desire to cloud their own judgment. You needn't blame yourself for matters beyond your control. But what of Ramza? He's gone because he tried to save me. Please, Alexander, you must bring back my brother. I don't know what I would do if I lost him too. Oh, Seraph! Ha! You've defeated tougher opponents on both Aldenard and Arthur. Aldenard will rue the day she rose up against the one and only warrior light. She will, won't she, Alexander? You're right, dear brother. We must do something. Might you have any suggestions, Cooper? We must do what we moguls do best. Dance! Dance, I'll say! No, not you. Alright, see him. Anything else from the rest of you before we go? And just when the boy had begun to return to his normal caring self. Oh, Ramza, I do hope you are unhurt. Now that's interesting. You said returned to his normal caring self. When we were in Garlemald, the young Lexatil never spoke ill of others, and most certainly not of his sister. It wasn't until arriving in Kugane that his temperament began to change, and not for the better. He began lashing out at anyone and anything that was different. His life in the Empire had not prepared him for what awaited on the outside, and the exile left him stripped of an identity in which he had held much pride. He allowed its frustration to consume him, but such is to be expected from someone so young. Alexander Ballius, I ask you to look past Ramza's transgressions, for they are but a product of his youth. He is a good child, and does not deserve the fate he has been dealt. Please, you must find him. And find him I shall. Same thing. See, your thing's the same, but theirs are slightly different. If anyone can rescue our Ramza from peril, it's you. And I mean that. Literally, look around. None of us here are fighters. You're our only hope. I am decided. I shall accompany you on the journey to rescue Ramza and see these muscles put to good use. Your fellowship is in no dire need of another hand, you say? Of course. I shall be here training should you need me, Zen. No arguments here. Ramza exhibits talent. As both an actor and a playwright, yet he lacks the sense to realize that aligning himself with a foreign barbarian would end in naught but failure. If only he had petitioned the Emperor. Yeah, because that went so well. The reason they left was because of the Emperor. We must do something, Alexander. Anything. We cannot let it end like this. T would never forgive us. Have you got anything to say? Yes, it would appear that Ultima has abandoned Alma, only to take possession of her poor brother. But riddle me this, Alexander. Oh, okay, that's the same thing. Alright, well then. 'Tis time, finally. Or not, because I forgot I haven't changed my outfit. So let's change it to something still quite suitable. Something reminiscent of someone we may have just seen. Alright, let's try that again. That really confused us for a second there. The Orban Monastery. Beckoned by the Orsight, you arrive at the Orban Monastery. Vestige of an ancient civilization lost beneath the twisted roots and vines of a forbidden jungle. The Jurai papers claim this unholy sanctuary to be where the tale of young Ramza Beol began. Tonight is where your tale ends. Let's change this to not join in progress, and 5 minutes it is. So see you in 5 minutes, or if I separate this into like separate parts, because it's going to be quite long, so I might make this one part for the start, one for the dungeon raid, one for the ending. We'll see. Anywho, I'll see you very soon either way.